Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Farida. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you're new, you're welcome to my channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, a part of the family, thank you for coming back and stay tuned for today's video. As you already know, I am a law student in the UK. I studied law with international relations at the University of East London, and currently I am in my final year of studying this course. And the main purpose of this video is just to talk about life after university, my plans after university, and what it's like for anyone who is studying in the UK as an international student, and the kind of things you will experience, the kind of things you will face if you've come from a different country to study in the UK on a student visa. Without further ado, I'm going to go straight into the video. As Africans, Nigerians especially, and even if you're Asian, whatever country you've come from, it's usually the norm that from a very young age, the parents teach you that education is important, and without education, you won't amount to so much in life. And so from a young age, everybody around you, from family to friends to teachers, everybody, literally is talking about going to school, going to university, getting a degree, getting this or that, getting some form of formal education. Basically, the value of education is ingrained in many of us from a young age. We go through kindergarten to nursery to primary school to secondary school, and then we go on to university. And basically the way it works is that we spend maybe 20 years or more of our lives in education. And then when you've spent so much time in education, and when you're at university level, like I am now in my final year, it starts getting like, okay, now that I'm in my final year, what am I gonna do next? Like, everyone expect you to become independent literally after university, and the reality is that it's actually not that easy. And for me personally, I am in my final year of studying law international relations at a UK university. When you're at this stage in your life, you start thinking, okay, what am I going to do next in my life? Once I get this degree from this university, what next? And it just makes you start feeling so much anxiety. Personally, I do. At this stage, everyone is looking up to you to achieve something in life. It's just the expectation that once you get your degree, you get a job, you start making money. And it looks simple, but it's not that simple, because once you get your degree, some people spend years before they even get a graduate job. And I've just been thinking about all of these things so much, and it's been so worrying. And if you're at university, whether you're in your first year, second year, third year, final year, whatever level you're in, I'm sure you probably relate to the things I'm saying, because it's like, okay, now I'm almost finished with university. What am I going to do next? I've been applying to graduate jobs. I've not got anything. Am I going to go back to my country? But my country is not so good. And when I go back, I probably won't have like so much opportunities, or no, or do I like study further? What exactly do I do? And it gets so confusing. And I guess it's okay to be worried. It's okay to feel like I need to do something, because obviously, like, you spend so much time in education, you just want to be successful. And I feel that way too. Like, I've come all the way from Nigeria, I've come all the way from India, I've come all the way from the United States of America just to come to this country to study. What am I going to be able to show for that after my after 3 years or 4 years is over? It gets so worrying, it gets you anxious. Like, it's quite depressing, to be honest. And this is something that is not talked about so much. When you're at university, they teach you the degrees, you taught the subject, you do assessments and whatnot. And then if you go to university, that doesn't actually prepare you so much, that doesn't make you, maybe that doesn't provide opportunities for you to actually gain work experience or whatnot. It's like, once you finish university, you're like just there trying to figure things out. Maybe you didn't get work experience whilst you're in university, and it's just like so draining, because you're trying to just step your foot into the employment ladder, and it's just not working out, because everyone there is asking for experience. Once you finish university, you get your degree, and then the hope is just that, okay, fine, I'm gonna get a job, because obviously I've got a first class, so I've got a 2-1. But then the reality is not always as smooth as that. So if it doesn't work out that way for you, like, just keep on pushing, because at some point, hopefully, God willing, it will still work out for you. And personally, I've been thinking about it so much. I've been thinking, okay, now that I'm in my final year, what am I gonna do? Do I stay further in education, do a postgraduate study? But then when you look at it, the cost of postgraduate study in this country is so expensive, especially for international students. If you want to do a master's, for example, it costs like £20,000 for international students, which is outrageous. It's so expensive. You spend so much money trying to get a degree, and then you still have to pay so much money to get a master's with no assurance of a job afterwards. But obviously, it is the hope. You're still hoping. Hope is really important at this stage, and it's really important to just like keep pushing, because you can't just give up, because you've come this far. And that's, I think that's how I just try to encourage myself, because like it's not been very easy to get to this stage in life, and then this is not the point where I will give up. If you're able to actually do a postgraduate course whilst you're a student in the UK or in another country, definitely try to do that, because you'll be able to get more, you'll be able to specialize in a particular area, and that way you develop your skills even better, and maybe along the line gain some work experience, because work experience is very important whilst you're at university in your first year, second year, third year. Make sure to get as much work experience as possible, because if you do not get this experience, by the time you finish, employers are asking, can I see your work experience? You don't have any. Can I see your work experience? You don't have any. And it's like even so difficult that even if you have work experience, it can still be difficult to get something, because it is so competitive. Many people finish university every year, and it's like, okay, we're all in this together. So it's just like, it's very easy to give up, but then you need to just encourage yourself. Like I'm encouraging myself. Obviously, I've not finished university yet. I'm still in my final year, but then in a few months I'll be done, and I've been thinking about this so much. And then the other option, if you do not do a postgraduate course, is to keep applying for jobs and hope that you get something eventually. But obviously that is not guaranteed, but you just need to keep applying and keep applying. Before your visa expires, hopefully you'll get something good. And if that does not happen, if you're not able to start a postgraduate course because you cannot afford it or because of other reasons, the other option is to try to get a job. And if you can't get a job because of whatever reasons, also because you've been applying and no one has responded to your applications, the only other option is to apply for the post-study work visa, which will be introduced from the summer of 2021. I just think that the post-study work visa has come at a good time, because if nothing works, at least you know that you can apply for this post-study work visa, and hope that within 2 years of staying in this country after your studies, you can at least try to get a job. And I mean, like after, if you're here for 2 years on a post-study work visa, the hope, the expectation is that you'll be able to get a job within those 2 years. I don't think it should be so bad that after 2 years you still won't be able to get a job. We can only try as much as possible, we can only try our best and hope that things go on very well. Obviously, if nothing works out for you, just keep opening God, because after all, we plan and God plans, and God is the best of planners. You have to just trust in God that things will work out for you at some point in life. And on this note, I'll talk about my degree specifically. I'm studying law with international relations, which means that I can qualify as a solicitor or a barrister in the UK if I want to. But then it's also to be said that if you want to study law in the UK, you should make sure that you should prepare your mind that law is not for the faint-hearted. If you want to come to the UK to study law in the hopes of practicing in this country, make sure to come prepared. Make sure to start gaining work experience right from your first year. Don't wait until it's final year before you start applying, because by that time it may become too late. But obviously it doesn't mean that if you start applying from first year that it is guaranteed that you get something. So that is, like, I must also say that even if you start applying from first year, there's no guarantee that you get something, but try to get as much work experience as possible. But then, like I said, if all of the options I've talked about, like doing postgraduate study, getting a job, applying for a post-study work visa, if everything does not work out for you, and then the only option is to go back to your home country, say you're from Nigeria, from India, from the United States, wherever you've come from, if the only option is for you to go back home, like, you just have to go back home, obviously, and hope that in a few years things will get better for you. If you want to come back here, then you can try to apply for a new visa and come back and maybe study further and hope that you get a job at that point in time, because you'll have spent some time developing your skills. Whatever happens after your final year of university, don't lose hope that things will turn out well for you, because it can be quite challenging, it can be quite difficult. Nothing is guaranteed, and even with this current COVID-19 pandemic, things are even more challenging. I'd say, do not lose hope that you become successful. Do not lose hope that things will turn out well for you. Like they say, when there's a will, there's always a way. So as long as you have that will to succeed, things will turn out well for you. And the way I'm speaking to you guys about this, I think I'm trying to also encourage myself, because I've been thinking so much about this. Like, obviously I'm in my final year, and I'm hoping that things will turn out well once I get my degree, and whatever happens, I'll update you guys by then. And that will be the end of today's video. Thank you for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more videos. See you again next time. Bye.